How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Aliens Aftermath from Marvel Comics. This is a one-shot, and yes, Aliens with the S, and the famous little diamond shape for the eye is back. So the regular Marvel Comics have been Alien, but this is plural, and if we look at the bottom, we have the Aliens 35th anniversary stamp there. So this is a direct sequel to the movie Aliens to celebrate the 35th anniversary in the film. And to make things kind of interesting, this is taking place in real time later. So this is 35 years after the events of Aliens, told to us 35 years after we saw the movie. So that's pretty interesting. So Aliens Aftermath, and this is a one shot. Now that is one thing with this book is I was kind of surprised with the way it was moving that it was a one shot. This book, it seemed like towards the end it was really starting to heat up and starting to get going, and there were a few cool revelations, and I was really wondering what happened next. And then I realized, oh man, this is getting light. There's not too many pages left, and it really, just with so much that's going on here, would have been better as a mini-series with like 4 to 6 issues. As it stands now, it wraps up really quick, and it leaves you wanting more. And no major spoilers, but literally the last line in the book is, "The story's hardly over." So yeah, this really feels like it should be an issue 1 and not a one-shot. And I really do want more, so I'm hoping they do more or do other one-shots. I don't know. But let's take a look at the cover really quick. Aliens Aftermath, the cool text there. And then you get this new alien character. More on him in a bit, but he's semi-transparent, it looks like, because you can kind of see a little bit inside his head. I'm not sure how transparent he's supposed to be. But then Hadley's Hope, Weyland-Yutani, you see the sign and all the wreckage behind him. So before we get too far in, let's go ahead and take a look at the credits, because credit where credit is due. So Aliens, this time with the S, written by Benjamin Percy, with art by Dave Wachter and Christopher Sotomayor as the colorist. And we also get the previously on up here, where it describes Aliens, and then the year is now 2214. Weyland-Yutani has tried to bury any memory of Hadley's Hope, but not everyone is ready to put the past to rest. And then up here, whereas, you know, from the main Alien books, you get a little drawing each time, this is a profile for LV-426, and it gives the moon the name Acheron. So I don't know if that name has been revealed any time before, but that's super interesting that they're finally getting around to naming that moon. But you get the location, or Zeta 2 Reculii orbiting Clapomos. Boy, that planet's name. Clapomos. Classification moon. Diameter of 1,200 kilometers. Terrain, rocks, mountains, lava. Temperature -60 to +40 Celsius. And points of interest, the derelict Hadley's Hope. So pretty cool profile there, and hey, to get to know the name, that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and start talking a little bit about the plot. Now, I'm not going to be doing any major spoilers, but I do want to say my piece on a few plot points and make sure you guys have a basic understanding as to what the story's about. So let's go ahead and see what's happening. It is 2214, 35 years after the events of Aliens, and we meet our main character here, I believe Cutter Vasquez. So he's turning and talking to the camera. This is a Weyland-Yutani fueling hub where a bunch of ships get their fuel, and they're about to blow it up, and just for fun, because he's a crazy daredevil, he only puts a minute on the clock, giving them barely any time to escape. The people he's talking to, he sort of runs a video blog and posts his exploits under the channel Renegade XM. XM, is that a reference to like XM radio? I guess that's really big in the future? I don't know. But anyway, they of course run out of the fueling station right before it explodes and their ship gets a little bit of damage, but hey, we gotta show them that we're tough. So right off the bat you can tell he's a unpredictable, crazy guy. So yeah, a bit of a hothead. But I do want to say one thing that this comic doesn't specify, and they really should have, is did the fueling station have any innocent people on it? Because, you know, they're blowing up fueling stations. They're not supposed to. They say Weyland-Yutani calls them terrorists, but they say they're freedom fighters. But a big difference as to whether or not these are, like, you know, good people or not. Was there any innocent workers on that fueling station that they just blew up? Like, I feel that really should have been addressed. There should have been some line like, oh, this is fully automated, and then there's no people here. But as it stands, we don't know if they just killed a bunch of innocent workers that are just trying to make it in deep space. We don't know if it had people on it. Maybe I missed a line. I don't know, but that did kind of bug me. They get data. They also stole some data from the fueling station before they blew it up, and they look for any fuel logs that have been altered, and that leads them to the abandoned Hadley's Hope colony, which they had been looking for. And I do also like their USB type thing. Looks almost like a car cigarette lighter or something. That's pretty weird. But they're all complaining because Vasquez is such a hothead, and he does a little solo vlog by himself. And here you find two really interesting things about him. One, he talks about how there was massive budget cuts, why him and his family were in a pod, in cryosleep, and he woke up and his family was dead, and they're like, oh yeah, it was a technical error, the pods just stopped functioning. And he's like saying that he grew up believing it wasn't really a technical error, and that Weyland-Yutani just decided it was too expensive to pay his parents and just killed him, which is very, very dark if true, but again, it's unconfirmed. But he also says that Vasquez from the Aliens movie, Jeanette Vasquez, is his aunt, and he always wondered what happened to her, so he's going to be looking for her as well, and there is a family connection to a character from Aliens, which is always cool. So they get down to the planet, and here we get to see LV-426 from space, and you zoom in and find it's quite cloudy. Talk about the there's the little drones. Talk about the weather though, and the whole planet is covered in a nuclear winter. So you get to see some of the wreckage there and all this snow above them, and they have to go in and try to figure out what happened to this colony. Now, they go in and they take a look around, and there's a skull of a dead Marine, someone who died in the first one. But anyway, they take a look around, they find a bunch of evidence of warfare, so they know it wasn't just an explosion, they know something happened. But they also find that someone has probably, they say it's probably a remote, like, drone mission, gone in and installed a new computer there, and that new computer has the Mother 7000, like the Mother from Alien, although I wonder which model, because this is the 7000. I wonder which one Ripley had on her ship. But this one comes equipped with a computer hologram lady, who they say is the likeness of a Miss Yutani. We're not given the first name, but one of the higher ups there. So that's cool to see her in this strange form. So this time, Mother has a face, the hologram, and there's Vasquez with the gun there. Anyway, there's also another strange thing afoot. Vasquez apparently knows more than he's letting on, and asks about the name of a certain survivor, a certain person who lived here, and you begin to wonder who this guy was and what exactly happened to him. So there's that mystery there. But you also get, and this was on the cover, this super cool irradiated alien. So it's crawling on the ceiling above her there, and it's all shiny. So this alien is one of the few, if not the only survivor of the explosion at the end, and I guess the radiation made it all glowy. So it's a cool variant on the alien. It gives them an end canon excuse to make merchandise for this, because I think I have seen alien merch that has been painted kind of like this before, and now it's finally canon to have a glow-in-the-dark alien. And also noteworthy, either because of the frozen weather or the radiation, I'm not sure which, it has liquid nitrogen blood, so it will melt in and freeze and make everything really, really brittle. So an interesting new type of blood for this alien as well. Now, they don't go too far to explain this. This is either just what happens when aliens get irradiated, or maybe aliens have some sort of feature in their DNA to adapt to their environment. I'm not sure. He's not explained super well, but yeah, it's a cool alternate alien. But like I said, you know, you have Vasquez asking about this one person, what's up with, you know, who installed the new mother unit, and of course you have this alien that's going to be picking off your main characters, and it really all seems to heat up, and I get really excited, and then it's over pretty quick. Like I said earlier, this would have been a much better issue 1 than a one-shot. Like, it really feels like an issue 1. It feels like it's all starting to heat up, and there were some really cool ideas, and the idea that there may be something more going on with Hadley's Hope, and, you know, asking about this one guy's name. Who was he? What was his relation to the past? And, you know, I always thought that would be a good alien story, is they get to Hadley's Hope and it's all demolished. What if you told an alien story? What if, you know, you had a flashback and you got to see the downfall of Hadley's Hope? I would have loved to see more of that story. I'd love to find out more about the colony, but it starts off, it does this really cool, interesting thing, and then it's kind of over, but like a lot of people have said, this really does feel more like what Dark Horse was doing, just even going into the rougher, more comic booky art, you know, because the regular Alien book has very nice and clean art. The art in here is, you know, very much more what I think of when I think of a comic book. It's a little grittier, and I do like each style in its own different way. But yeah, this really feels like something that Dark Horse should have made back during their run, and I mean that as a huge compliment, because I really do love the Dark Horse line, and it really feels like that. And this is longer. This is, I believe, 30 pages instead of 22, plus the double page spread for the credits there. But I could have gone with this concept for a solid 4 to 6 issues. This really could have been a miniseries. But that being said, the biggest problem with your story is that it's over too soon is really a good thing to have, because it's better to want more than to go, when's this going to be over? But I really wish these ideas were pressed farther, and I really wish you got a miniseries. But that being said, if they make any more Alien Universe one-shots, I'd be interested to see where they go. There are several, little holes in the universe. I think they could fill in. They could even introduce like other species. We know the alien, we know the predator. What else is out there? I'd be interested in seeing that, and maybe do a few Prometheus one-shots. I'd be curious what's up with that. Expand that world, especially because it seemed like that series didn't really get wrapped up completely. So I do like the concept. I just wish it was more. But that being said, really fun, even if it doesn't have the biggest tie-ins because it does go too soon. It's still pretty fun. I like the new glowing alien. I like to see Hadley's Hope. Hey, it's set in the winter. That's cool. All in all, I really did enjoy this book. To everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You're really helping the channel out. I'll put a relevant playlist on the bottom. If you want to see more, you can click there and see more. That should have my reviews to the other Alien comics, including the Marvel Alien. I have single-issue reviews for all those comics as well, and you can find them right there. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.